Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Span here. Welcome back to another Rocket League video, and welcome to the end of 2024. Holy crap. It's been a whole year already. I feel like this year has absolutely flown by, and well, another year of Rocket League content into the books for both me and also the game itself. Now, this is going to be a recap of 2024. I'm going to try to keep this under 20 minutes because you guys know I can talk a lot. But we are on our favorite website, which is Rocket League News. It's like the place where we kind of just debate stuff or like talk about topics. So yeah, this is going to be a fun video talking about 2024. And it's like really weird because like sometimes I might forget, oh, that came out this year or something like that. But I'm really excited to see this video because like, I don't know, it's cool. But make sure to use code SPORTAN11 in the item shop. And before we get into today's episode, a quick word from today's sponsor. Streetwear is a brand new lifestyle clothing brand inspired by minimalism and simplicity. Their online store just went live recently and their clothing is very high quality. I actually have it on in today's video. The t-shirt, very high quality, very comfy too, I must say. But you can use code SPORTYDAN to get 10% off of your next order. There is a brand new line of winter merchandise that I think looks absolutely fantastic. Follow the link in the description down below to place your next order today for 10% off. Now, let's get back into the video. Okay, before we get into 2024 precisely, for all you newer players out there, you need to know something. Going into 2024 for Rocket League was not, I literally mean this, the lowest point of Rocket League history. Because removing player-to-player trading happened in December of 2023. So it was not off to a good start for like just the end of 2023 into 2024. Like I said, Rocket League was at its lowest. So, like I said, player-to-player trading was being removed on December 5th. So, oh my gosh, 10 days to the year. So, like 10 days before. Man, it's December 15th as I'm recording this video. But, like, now, you know, at the time of this recording, December 15th, there might be something new in 2024. Obviously, that's kind of included in this video, just kind of saying. But, yeah, so starting 2024 was not off to a good start. Players were absolutely human. Like I'm saying, killing this game. They were ready to end it with like Epic Games and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see, it was very, very minimal contact on that one. Like they didn't even describe why. And to this day, there's still multiple things. The best things I've heard was Rocket Racing. Others were like laws regarding trading in different countries. So like there's so many different things going around. But as you can see from Psyonix/Epic Games, they didn't even tell us why they did it at the time. So like I said, we were at a very low point at the start of 2024. I had hope. I did. I felt like maybe 2024 could be a year. Let's kind of talk about that and see how it goes. So obviously I'm not going to talk about this, but obviously Haunted Hallows came out, Lightning McQueen came out, and the start of season 13 was also not a good moment. Just giving you guys some backstory here, but like season 13 started off rough again. The day before Season 13, we didn't even get a trailer. It was like literally like, I feel like less than 24 hours until we finally got a Season 13 trailer. So we obviously saw where their like, you know, focus was, which was obviously Fortnite, and it still is to this day. But let's get into 2024 here. So let's scroll down. So obviously you can see Rocket Racing, Frosty Fest, which is the same exact thing as what's going on actually right now in the current moment of this recording. So here we go. Wait, was this 2024? Yeah, no. Yes, it was. Holy crap. So, at the start of 2024, we got a brand new Cybertruck crew aftermarket. So, again, this did not go well within the community. No gameplay updates, nothing. Just straight into the item. So, again, still a rough point for Rocket League. There wasn't all those gameplay changes. Now, as you could probably tell through 2024, things did get better. But at the start, it was not a good look. So obviously we have this Cybertruck crew, which to be honest with you is actually, in my opinion, very forgettable on the aftermarket side. There isn't something that I really see that people are still using to this day. So I definitely feel like they threw this one out here. Like I'm scrolling through all this and I'm like, I don't think I've seen anybody use this. So off to a really rough start regarding players that don't really like buy, like these players, a lot of players probably didn't even buy these. I feel like the SK decal was probably the best thing. So very rough start regarding that. Then we got another update for 2024 here, which came February 5th, which was actually a pretty good one, I will say. The higher minimum for the competitive playlist and the new esports item shop items arrive in Rocket League. So that was actually a pretty good moment. That's where like I started having hope for a little bit, but like it was very small regarding hope. Like I'm not talking like, oh, this is the best. Like it like was slowly coming back. So obviously this was a gameplay update with the higher minimum level for competitive playlists. I do have like, you know, I'll just kind of sum it up. Basically like, you know, you had to be level 20 to play in competitive, which eliminated Smurfs a little bit, which was really nice to see. And then obviously we have the Esports Shop 2024, which I do expect them to update again regarding 2025, but there's a lot of controversy regarding like, you know, I guess per se like no logos on the decals, which I think is insanity. I don't really talk about the RLCS side too much, and I really don't want to because I don't know much about it. But the esports item shop did open up, so we had a pretty good start regarding esports and a little bit of a gameplay update. But then it was right back to the items, which was the Mandalorian. Now, I do see this being used every so often. I believe this wasn't even the brand new car. I don't think the brand new car was yet. No, I don't think it came in this one. No. So we did get a pretty decent amount of good Star Wars items. I still use the Boba Fett ones from time to time, but overall, I think this again was a pretty forgettable bundle that came out early on. So it was a massive bundle of the mega bundle, which was 2,000 credits or 2,500 credits. Yeah, 2,000 credits right there. That was with the Fennec. So again, kind of a forgettable start, but had some free items, which were actually pretty good. This was the first time that I think I've seen some pretty decent free items. But yeah, the Mandalorian Mayhem did come out on, let's see, February 6th. So again, you know, another forgettable bundle that I think a lot of people don't really still use to this day. I haven't seen it, but let's keep going here. So we have the patch notes, which I don't really know much about this. Oh, the new level of competitive playlist came out, the esports shop refreshed, and okay, yeah, so not too much, but other than we got a new, or not a new game mode, but the GeForce Frenzy came back, which was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty fun. But this is where the gameplay slowly picked back up. Keep an extra game mode rotation with Rocket League's Dueling arcade playlist. Now, this was a W update. I'm like, that's going to bring in some controversy, but this was a W update that still brought me more hope into Rocket League here. So with Rocket League's new Dueling arcade playlist system, the community can keep a favorite mode in the game mode almost indefinitely. This was amazing for casual players. Like, and especially, I don't really play it too much, but I thought this was a huge update to people who don't play competitive as much and just play Rocket League for fun. Yes, I said that correctly, because if you're playing competitive like I do, I'm not having fun in this game. No, just messing. But, yeah, obviously the season rush as well, but, like, this was huge. Like, this is still going on to this day of the Dueling playlist, and I'm a huge fan of this. Huge W on the update regarding that. Now, let's do a little tally on page 1 here. A little bit of a mediocre update. Huge W. Mediocre. Huge W. So, no L's were taken just yet. I don't think there were any L's taken in Rocket League this year. Obviously, there was a massive one last year, but let's go down to, obviously, which is Season 14, the start of Season 14. That came out. So, Season 13 rewards levels. No offense, guys. I don't think anybody really even is going to like the rewards levels, even if it's like a car or something. I mean, a car would be pretty cool, but I truly don't think anybody's going to like it. Now, overall, I do think these were pretty cool decals. That's just me personally. I do think they were really cool. Definitely not my favorites, but just covering those really quickly. But obviously, we had Season 14. Now, this is a massive update. This was obviously the first season into 2016. Now, one thing I really liked about this season is 2 brand new cars, not DLC cars, like as in like Porsches or something like that. Nothing wrong with that. But still, we had brand new cars. The items itself, let's get into the map first. The map itself was awesome. But the problem is, they're still doing this to this day. Aquadome Salty Shallows. This is basically a brand new map. Call it a brand new map. Like, it literally is. It's nothing to do with Aquadome. Aquadome is like a whole different aspect of like fish swimming around and sharks. This is like shallow water. Like, you have a boat. You made a brand new map. Don't call it Aquadome. The past was sea themed, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm just gonna scroll through to kind of refresh my memory. This car was really cool. I loved the this is the Admiral, and then this one is the Mako, I believe. The items weren't too bad. They were just very sea themed, which me personally, I'm not a big sea themed. Like this right here, the Kraken wheels. I've never touched those. The Kraken decal, haven't touched that. What was the goal explosion in this? Oh, that goal explosion was pretty cool. yeah, overall, the items for me in this Rocket Pass and also the tournament rewards for me personally weren't exactly the best. But that's just my opinion, obviously, because I'm not big on the sea theme. So off to a decent start, nothing too crazy about that. Now, I'm not going to cover every single item. I'm only covering stuff that's in the news. Like if there's like something new in the item shop, I don't remember that. There's too many things. But we also had a brand new City Slam event, which they could have done way better. I personally think, do you remember the fan clash that came out where they had you pick a country and you like scored goals or like assists and you got points and then you got extra rewards? Rocket League, do that again, please. They had the opportunity to do that this time with this support your favorite season mode teams in Rocket League City Slam. They could have done something really cool regarding that, but sadly they didn't. So I'm going to call this one a mid update, but the items were pretty good. Like these decals for free were really clean looking. I don't use them, but they were pretty clean. And then the paid ones were even cooler, obviously. Like the Dragons decal, the Express decal, all of those were really cool. But like I said, for overall event wise, kind of a mid event. Like I said, they could have done something like Fan Clash. And this isn't even something new that they've done. This is something that they've done in the past regarding like Fan Clash. Like they could have done a community event. So it's not hard for them to do. They just don't want to do it, you know? So mid update on that one. Then we had the Avatar bundle. Now, I talked about this a little bit. Man, I'm already at 10 minutes. I'm not keeping this under 15 minutes. I am so sorry. But I'm very passionate about this game, if you haven't noticed. But we had the Rocket League Avatar Blast Airbender bundle. Now this, I didn't know this at the time, but I was wondering why animated decals weren't coming to Rocket League in all the bundles. Like at this point I was like, okay, but I never put two and two together until obviously later in the year. But we do have the Avatar Last Airbender, which they could have done so much cooler. The decals were terrible. I'll speed this up a little bit. The decals were absolutely atrocious in my opinion. They didn't fit the theme whatsoever. The Massive Moon, you got the best decal because it was actually animated, but like another very mid update in my opinion. Not a good event. And I know why now. The reason why is because Fortnite doesn't support animated decals at that time, and it still doesn't to this day. So they're gonna have to create non-animated decals for the cars, and I truly don't think that's worth the money. So kind of a mid update on that one. Then we had another huge update with the teammate boost indicators. The rarity name, we're not going to talk about that. That is just stupid. The teammate boost indicators was insane. I still use it to this day. That thing is the best update that has ever come out. Granted, it should have came out a long time ago, but teammate boost indicators now officially out was insanity at the time. This was a huge update. WWW, still W to this day. The rarity name change, I still don't understand. We had patch notes we're not going to talk about. Then we had the X-Men 97 event. Again, another mid update because their decals weren't really animated. Could have done a lot better, but I will say I do regret not picking up that Wolverine / goal explosion. But overall, mid update, but the items were pretty cool regarding free wise. I think there were some pretty cool free items. Let's say, yeah, there were some pretty cool free items that I don't use, but hey, still cool. So mid update, quick overall on this page. Mid, huge W. Mid. Actually, I would say an L on this one. I'm gonna say Rocket League took an L on this one, so I'm gonna say L on the City Slam. Mid overall. All right, here we go. So now we're leaning towards these more of the summer type style. And hey, we are 12 minutes, not too bad. We got 3 pages. So we got the May the 4th be with you in Rocket League, which we've seen one time now. We have the brand new Beskar card. This one is still used to this day, so I still use it. I think it's pretty cool. So kind of a mid / W update. Hold on, I would say. But yeah, no, like mid update right here. Pretty cool regarding some of the items. So honestly, it was just, it was pretty expensive. This is when cars really started getting up there. But at least you got like a good amount of stuff. So I would say mid / W. Plus you had also some of these items come into the item shop here, which some of them also were free in Rocket Racing, I believe. So kind of a mid update. Then we had the launch of Season 15. Now, Season 15 overall, in my opinion, was, again, kind of a mid one. The Salty Fest came back to Salty Shores, which, again, could have been called a brand new map because it looked absolutely nothing like Salty Shores. So, again, kind of another L. We did see some new stuff regarding private matches with the extra special mode, GeForce Frenzy, Gridiron. This is W. This was insanely a huge W. So yeah, it came with all of these. I'll respond to that later, but it came with some pretty cool stuff. Introducing chat timestamps. I hate to say it, but I actually gave some hate on this one to start off. I actually kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rocket Pass Premium. Let's take a look. So for me personally, from what I remember, the Rocket Pass Premium was pretty mid. It's just stuff like I didn't really use. The car was interesting, or not the car. Sorry, the items were interesting. The car was really cool. I did like that they again went with. Oh well, no, it was a Nissan car, so nothing too crazy. But the wheels and the stuff like that, I just wasn't a big fan of. Not something that I ever really used. So kind of a mid Rocket Pass. And then I will say the tournament rewards, that was a huge W. This Spellbound goal explosion, insanely huge W. Demolition audio update, I still can't tell the difference. If anybody could please tell me the difference, that would be amazing. I still don't understand the difference. That's just me personally. But yeah, kind of like I would honestly say season 15 update was kind of a W. Like besides the items, everything else was kind of a W. Then we had added items to your car. This is a huge W. The Lamborghini Countach LPI, the Huracan, and the McLaren 570S all became fully customizable. And by the way, we're not even talking about all of the other DLC cars that came fully customizable that in the recent like Aston Martins and all that. So huge W on this one, I will say. Huge W. Bugatti, McLaren 765 became fully customizable. So huge W regarding that. Then we had the patch notes there. We did have this event, the football event, which huge W regarding that. This was some insanely free items. Sadly, it is only available for the Octane, which did make a lot of people mad, which personally, yeah, I would. This was all available for the Octane, so kind of a huge W for that. Some insanely clean decals. Besides the fact that they got rid of the Germany and also the Mexico one. Not sure why they did that. The birthday, Rocket League's birthday week, huge L. Huge L. What is this, Rocket League? It's your 9th birthday and you got this to show for it besides a black market decal that didn't even look good? Yeah, no, huge L regarding that. Let's see. Okay, another bundle. I didn't really buy that bundle, so I really don't know much, but I would say this free-wise, huge W. Paid-wise, mid, in my opinion. So, kind of a mid/W. Then we did have the Cybertruck. Now, love it or hate it, the Cybertruck was free. Huge W for me. Giving out a free car in Rocket League is, by the way, like even when Psyonix was playing, besides crates, which you did have to pay for unless you like obviously saved up, but like actually no, crates you could never save up. You had to pay. You had decryptors. Anyway, that was like a little bit of a discussion with myself, but I would say the Cybertruck, love it or hate it, it was free. I don't care. I'm just saying. The Cybertruck was absolutely free, and that's just a huge W. Everything here was free. Huge W regarding that. Might not be the best car, but huge W. It might look like a refrigerator, but again. So let's take a look. So huge W. Mid to W. I'll give it that. Oh, crap. I actually missed one. Changes to Rocket League's competitive rank system for better matches. I haven't seen this initiated. I'm not going to lie to you. So apparently what they were trying to do was if you played like, let's say you were a GC 3 and 3s and you wanted to play hoops, but you haven't played hoops in like 3 years, you're going to be put at Diamond Platinum. That's just unfair to the Diamond and Platinums. Now, have I seen this actually been implemented? No. To be honest with you, no. So I would say an L. Like for me personally, I've been playing, I'm a GC1 in 3s and 2s, and I played hoops for the first time in like a year and a half. I was placed in Diamond. I was like, wait a second. Maybe unless it's wrong, but like I didn't see any change regarding this. So for me personally, kind of an L on that one. Let's see. This was a W/mid. This was a W because of the gameplay wise, not because of the items. W, or mid to W for sure, and then the Cybertruck there. So we're getting into the second page. So we're almost catching up here. So we did have the BMW decal contest. I'm not a big fan of that one. That was a little weird. Now, if you don't know the controversy around it, an Epic partner who has worked with Epic Games in the past won the contest, which was really interesting because like I felt like that. I mean, I get it, but like It was just really interesting. I don't know the full information, so I'm not going to say much, but like, yeah. Then we had improvements to Rocket League game servers, which again, I still have not seen. Oh, well, DDoS. Okay. DDoSing, yeah, that one I can say. That one I would definitely say has improved, for sure. But regarding servers-wise, I haven't seen. Maybe my internet's just absolutely terrible, but yeah. Then we did have Season 16, which... This is where I started having hope, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I said, we're back. Rocket League's back. That's all I'm going to say. Rocket League Season 16 brought back a brand new map, which they did a little mess up in Season 17 here. But we had a brand new map, which, incredible, right? We did have the BMW. This map was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. A new perspective on Demolition. That was a demo cam, which was, again, huge W. Then we had the Rocket Pass Premium, which I do think actually came with some really nice cars. I might be biased because I actually do like hiking, the mountains, the woods, and Halloween. So like, honestly, for me personally, Season 16 was an absolute W. The items were awesome regarding Halloween. The items were also awesome regarding woodsy themes as well. You have this thing, like when are you gonna use that? But it looked awesome. I mean, yeah, so for me personally, Season 16 was awesome besides the tournament rewards. The Rocket Mancer, in my opinion, was a weak goal explosion. Then we had the gnawed wheels and all that, so kind of a weak one. And then we have competitive tournament schedule updates, which is another huge update. They added Heat Seeker, and they added another tournament schedule, or another tournament day on the weekends. Huge W. We're so back. Rocket League was so back at a time. Prime time. Patch notes. Then we had the Champions Road returns, which again, in my opinion, was a pretty big update, but they kind of flopped a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, the items do look pretty decent regarding the Rocket League Championship, but the paid items definitely could have been a little bit better. Although also they did introduce RLCS Worlds 2024, which did have some really good stuff. But regarding like the Puma stuff, I did end up buying actually the Puma sweatshirt and shorts. I don't know, man. I wish I got my little code with it, but I never got one. So, yeah, for me personally, I think this was a mid to W update. I thought the items were pretty cool regarding paid and unpaid, but definitely could have been a little bit better. Sorry, I'm trying to like speed this up. I realize I'm at 21 minutes. Then we did have a pricing adjustment, which I didn't really know about. I didn't even post that in my update video, so there's that. Then it brings us to almost current day. We did have the Spider-Man Spectacular Rocket League's Haunted Hallows. I wasn't upset. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Well, I wouldn't say huge, but I'm a Spider-Man fan. I think it's pretty good. It's a nice movie to relax to. But Haunted Hallows, I felt like could have been more scary. Like, I understand Rocket League Season 16 was already like a Haunted Hallows type theme already, but I felt like they could have had better items paid. Like, they could have expanded on it rather than just making a DLC. Now, I know why they did this is because Fortnite also had their Haunted Hallows event. But what is going on here? Anyway, but thought spiders were scary, but Rocket League and stuff like that. Sorry, had to answer that there. But yeah, so I was a little disappointed about this one, but Driftwood's Nightfall was really cool as well. We did get some pretty interesting free ones. The only problem is, for me personally, that it was a Dominus decal. But overall, I think it was interesting. Now, sadly, no new game mode either with Spooky Cube and Haunted Heatseeker, which, again, could have been maybe something different. And then you also had the Spider-Man Mega Bundle, which just was weak. Except the Venom decal, that's it. Everything else was a little weak in my opinion. It was pretty expensive too, for 3,000 credits, man. For a non-animated Spider-Man decal, a Gwen Stacy non-animated decal, and then two other ones. So overall, I feel like Haunted Hallows was really weak this year. Definitely could have been something a lot better. Then we actually got into a huge W update. I'll tell you what, the bundles have been lacking, but the gameplay, woo! So, we do have the introducing Rocket League match history and player profiles. This thing was insanity. I still use it to this day regarding match history. Not so much the player profiles, but the match history is something that I still use to this day, which was a huge W, which was the 20 most recent matches from the past 30 days. And then you also did have player profiles, which sadly I don't really even look at, but it's really nice to know that it is there. So, another huge update gameplay wise. WWW all across the board. We had some patch notes. Season 16, man, season 16 was not a lot of bundles. Then we did have the Rocket League season 17. Now obviously this happened less than a week ago. For you guys it's going to be like almost 3 weeks, but season 17, it's going to be hard to judge this one since it just came out, but I'll give it my honest review from right now. I think it's pretty cool. Rocket Pass, interesting. Not the best items, but definitely not the worst. The countdown goal explosion is something unique and cool. The other one, I forget, I think it's Pixel Pointer. Not a good one. Definitely could have done that. Introducing online free play. Now, I will say, this is something that has grown on me a little bit. Online free play, when it first came out, I was like, what's the difference between a private match and online free play? Well, there are a couple of big instances where it actually does kind of differ. And I gotta say, I'm actually a huge fan of it. I don't hop on it too much, but I don't play it too much, but I will say free play is a really big update. Then you had the black dices came in for free. Now, traders all around the world definitely hated this one, I'll tell you that. It was a $50,000 to $60,000 black dicey wheel, 60,000 K, but these were going for a lot of money back then, and they were just given for free. I think it's a huge W though, overall. Then this is another huge update: split shot and split shot heat seeker. Again, huge gameplay changes regarding a brand new game mode, and also we had heat seeker and normal. Huge update. I loved the game mode too. If you haven't checked out those videos, check them out because they were insanely fun. I still play them to this day. Then we had Neo Tokyo Arcade. Didn't need a Neo Tokyo. Like, I'm talking about, you didn't need to put Neo Tokyo. This is good enough to have a brand new map name. Just call it Arcade. Call it something different. It didn't need to be called Neo Tokyo. Rocket League, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt it, if you're watching this, please start naming your names differently, not just Neo Tokyo. I get it's inspired by Neo Tokyo, but just put Arcade. It really is a brand new map. Just put a new thing. The Rocket Pass Premium overall, like I said, is pretty mid, but there are some really cool items that I would use to this day, which is probably these wheels right here. This car is the GXT, the return of the GXTs. Phenomenal. 41 through 50 was pretty cool. The decals are lacking a little bit regarding like for the Octane and stuff like that, or not for the Octane, but like just overall, I think it's a pretty good season 17. We did have brand new tournament awards, which they didn't even include a picture, which I'm a little upset about. Then we had the community spotlight, which is also another huge thing, by the way, because that was the first ever painted title that wasn't gray or GC or SSL. So please keep that in mind. So hopefully something big happens here. So season 17 overall for me was kind of a W. I'm not going to lie. So far, season 17 regarding like the Rocket Pass, huge W. Then we had Frosty Fest. Now this is still going on probably as this video is being uploaded. For me, it's a W, but it's also a L. What I mean by that is, we'll start off with this. So we have the Snowball Trail, which is really cool to see. Then we got the Decimin Frosted Wheels, which is basically just the normal wheels, but with Frosted Edition. And don't get me wrong, these are really cool looking wheels. I think they're amazing looking, but to reuse them is kind of wild. Then we also had the Diamond X Frosted Wheels, which again is another reused item. Then we had the Playoc Frosted Wheels, which again, another reused wheels, but that one doesn't look good. These look good. This looks good. So it does look good. I just wish they would come up with something new. We did have the Boost here, which looked really close and similar to Sakura. So very interesting. I'm not going to talk about that one too much because I truly don't know. Then we had this decal, which we did have something similar, Cold Sweater, but I'm happy to see it back. I'm happy to see it back. You want to know why? Because they haven't done a Christmas themed in so long regarding like Christmas items. The gingerbread decal, huge W. I don't care if it doesn't look good. It's a huge W in my eyes because it's something new. The Frosted Pixelated Shades, again, another, it does look really cool, but again, another reused item. Then we had the biggest addition in Rocket League since Gold came out. And that is the Neon Dominus, or Neon Cars overall. This is an insanely huge deal because this has changed Rocket League items for a long time. They can do Neon Draco wheels, Neon Zomba wheels. They have the possibilities are endless. So this was a huge W because I still use it to this day. I forgot about that topper. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, then we also have the introduction of Split Shot and Split Shot Heatseeker, which we just saw. And well, that's 2024. As of this recording, there's a lot of talks going around of Mater and Lightning McQueen coming back. I don't really know much about that one, but that's 2024 Rocket League. Overall, it started off rough. It got better over time. It's changed a little bit. I'm gonna honestly give you a full honest review. It still needs to be worked on. I'm thinking 2025 could be a great year for Rocket League. But it also could be something like Frosty Fest was reused items with some new stuff. But I'm hoping for 2025 to bring Rocket League back to its prime. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like. Sorry it was so long. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next episode.